Mhm.
There we go. Come on. Please, guys, let me know.
I think we are live.
I think we are live and we are live. Yay!
Yeah.
So happy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. Today is a very special day because it is another session, another episode of the Truth Runners Talk Show. And I am very excited. I'm very happy because I have my dear, dear friend and a beautiful, awesome soul with me here today as guest. I would love to welcome from the bottom of my heart Miss Shirley Murphy from Nigeria. Welcome, Shirley.
Thank you, Christina, for having me on the show. I'm so blessed, so happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Because Shirley is new on Truth Runners Talk Show, I would love to take a couple of minutes to introduce her so we know who our guest is today, and then we are going to dive into our topic from today, which is we are going to talk about purpose and impact. But first, let me introduce you this amazing, amazing, beautiful soul. She holds a significant role as the publisher of global labor events and business magazine, an influential independent online publication with a specialized niche. Her professional repertoire spans across multiple domains. She's a versatile figure working as a TV show host, media consultant, and international speaker. Beyond the media landscape, she presides as the CEO of Dennis Clothing and more, a distinguished house for women's fashion and fabrics. Shirley's accomplishments are diverse and impactful. As a best selling author 6 times over, wow, congratulations for that! She has garnered international recognition. Her accolades in humanitarian efforts and women's development underscore her commitment to empowerment. Driven by a steadfast dedication to women's education, Shirley is the visionary force behind the Women Reach Out with God initiative as its founder and president general. Her passions extend further through the She Rise Academy International, an online learning platform catering specifically to women and girls globally. This initiative strives for collaboration and support to advance women worldwide. Moreover, Shirley is a visionary and serves as the global president of the World Humanitarian Leaders Movement, a global organization fostering humanitarian values and driving positive change worldwide. She aim, Shirley's aim is to empower and unite a diverse network of leaders, professionals, and volunteers dedicated to humanitarian causes. Beyond her professional pursuit, Shirley is a highly skilled life and family therapist. Her expertise has positively impacted the lives of many, particularly women and girls in Nigeria. Rooted in her belief that women deserve increased visibility and autonomy, her advocacy for women's education and empowerment remains unwavering. She is passionate dedication to this cause offers hope and support to all those she encounters. Further ado, I would love to introduce you once again the amazing Shirley Murphy, and I just would love really to congratulate you for all the accomplishments. And when do you sleep?
Thank you so very much, Christina. Just like the hours at which you sleep as well. So I know you are also a very busy lady. So I can also ask that question back. When do you sleep?
Exactly. Well, we do many, many things, and
So thank you.
yours goes from
Mhm.
fashion to humanitarian causes. You work with women and girls. How do you manage? Because these are all different areas. How do you manage to work in different areas like media, fashion, women's empowerment? How that goes together?
Well, for asking, I would say purpose. Purpose, first and foremost, I want to say that when you discover your purpose in life, the next thing, like I tell people all the time, get into action. And don't get comfortable with your old self. Move with obedience, executing one assignment after the other. Sure. Because I believe that, and I don't know, I think it's a popularly known fact that our lives are like a book where you read each page before you open another. So there's no way you can skip. Of course, you can skip, but you're going to miss a lot of things, information on that page that you skip. So meaning that the basic things that you're supposed to use to aid you or help you in the next page, you would have missed it. So the same thing too with our lives. If you must succeed in life, you must take your life as a book, reading each page after the next one. That is how I have grown. I started with the media because from a very young age, I think when I was in university, I mean, before then, actually, I remember when I used to, in fact, like I share this story, again and again. And I sit down to ask myself, who was the owner of that newspaper? An old newspaper back then, I can't remember whether it was my dad or my uncle's, but I just find myself, sitting, positioning myself with an old dirty newspaper, and I'll just sit on a table, and this is what I do, because when I watch the newscasters, broadcast their news, after that, I'll do my own experiment. I'll sit down and I'll do like this. So that's what, that as at that time, I couldn't read, actually. I was in the primary school, I couldn't read. So, but, I was just excited about seeing them all the time. So that was how my journey started. And from there, of course, I went into school, I read mass communication, to go into the media industry. So I kept going, taking heartbreaking risk. Sometimes I look at myself as, Shirley, what are you doing? Yes, because sometimes I just begin to look, what are you doing? Because I love taking risks. And also moving with obedience as God gives me direction. You cannot do purpose in life without God. If you must make the desired impact in the area that God has called you, that God has given you, you must stay on the track, moving as He leads. So as I transition, as I move, from one thing to the other, I just say it's purpose. And because I've been obedient on the journey, it keeps leading me. So that's it. Thank you.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's amazing because not many people find their purpose really for a very young age. And you, sitting, mimicking the people from India, it's like, it seems to me that like from a very young age, you already knew that this is what you want to do, this is who you're going to be, and you went for it. And look at you, how many things, and you accomplished beautiful, beautiful things. And I just can say kudos to you. But many people, as you see, they wander in life and they don't know what their purpose is. What should I do? What should I do? And I know for a fact
and that's why I tell people all the time that I'm just a product of grace, God's grace, because I know it's not common with everybody to discover purpose early in life and run with it. It's not like I had a mentor. It's not that I had somebody that was telling me this is how to go about it. It has just been God. So I give Him all the glory.
Oh, that's beautiful, Shirley, because that comes from heart. And that brings me, because I read in your bio, right? And I know that you are the founder of the Women Reach Out with God initiative. Would you love to share a little bit more? How come the idea? I love the name, actually. How you come up with the name? So what's that all about?
Well, I will still tag that as part of my purpose. Women Reach Out with God initiative. There was a time in life when I needed more out of life. Like I just knew I'd already, begun I was working as a journalist. And from there, I started my magazine with a lot of, stress, a lot of struggles. So, but then I knew that I just needed more out of life. There's a time in life when you get to and you just have this feeling that, no, there's so much more. So I got to that time in my life and I knew deep down that there was more that, I couldn't, as at that time, decipher what it was. So I got to a point where I was asking God, I know there's much more, but how do I dig it out? Show me, tell me what more do I need to do? Because I know there's so much more in store. So, and that was a place of thinking. Great men, great women become who they are in life because of the thinking. When you get to the place of thinking, you must birth more. You must bring forth more. But sometimes a lot of us just feel like, no, I think I'm comfortable where I am. Let me just, at least I'm better off than, Mr. A, Mr. B. At least I have food to eat. No, God created us for so much more. He expects us to keep stretching, to, birth out everything that he has given to us. So, and when you get to that place, you begin to see life differently. And then for me, the Holy Spirit just took me on a journey, like giving me a kind of dissecting or exposition about a woman's life, that he has given to us as women, everything that we can ever think of. He has deposited before we were born. The Bible says before you were born, God knew you. So before we were born, he has given to us. He did not just create us as women to say, because you're a woman, just like the common narrative that women, their place is in the kitchen, their place is just to be available to give birth. And that's why you see parents at early age, at the age of 9, 10, they'll give out their girl child in marriage because that's the brainwash. That's what they have been told. That a woman's place is just to be married. That's the only thing she was created for. No. That is part of the blessing, part of what God has sent us to do. But then that's not the only thing that God has created us for. Just like the man is making impacts, touching lives, God has given us that and even more. As a man thinketh, so he is. So the level of your thinking will bring about the level of who you are or what you become in life. So, and for me, let me not go too far. God told me that the message he has for me is to tell women that we need to, dig deep to birth out everything that he has given to us. We can be more. We can make the desired impact. We can transform lives. As a woman, the way God created us is so beautiful, so powerful. God said, I want you to be a voice, one of the voices for women and girls. Let them know that there is so much more that I have deposited in every woman. And they have failed to discover it because of, the societal narrative, family, a lot of things. Encourage and teach them how to dig in and unveil the priceless gifts that I have bestowed on them. And that when they do, they can become unstoppable. And that is it. When a woman discovers her purpose and know why she is here and running with what she has been called to do, you see that the woman can never be stopped. She becomes unstoppable. She can do anything. She can, transform anything. And that was how I started the move, the Women Reach Out with God initiative, saying we are reaching out as women to preach God, to preach life, to preach love to the world, to tell the world that without a woman, this life, the world is not complete,
True.
And it is a woman, that is empowered, a woman that knows her worth, that will make the world, the community, the society, the family to be beautiful. So God, that was what God, the message God gave me to do. And I started the Women Reach Out with God initiative. And as I go, we keep seeing greatness. Everywhere I go, I see greatness. Whenever I see any woman, any girl, all I see is beauty. I see greatness. I see wonderful gifts that God has deposited in that woman's life. And all I want to do is to see how I can encourage, how I can support, how I can be around you to make sure that you birth it up. So that's how the journey started, Christy. And of course, we have moved from there into the birthing also the She Rise Academy, because as a woman, we've talked about birthing, a woman needs to be empowered. Empowerment is not all about just trying to get them something to do. Empowerment is opening their minds, helping them change their mindset, change, their reasoning, giving them a new person. The area that we focus on is on education, because when a woman is educated, she can step up. She can begin to make the desired impact, starting from her family, starting from her home, know how to teach her children, so that when the children grow up, they become better and wonderful leaders in the world. And of course, from the immediate community where they live. So, and we Women Reach Out with God initiative, we are also trying to tear down that mindset. We stop that mindset that, because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to be in competition with another, and I'm supposed to feel uncomfortable with a fellow woman around me. No, every one of us have unique gifts. We are beautifully made. You are beautiful the way God has made you, and I'm beautiful. So, in fact, more beautiful than you are. So I tell myself that. So if I acknowledge and know that I am beautiful, I have so much that God has given to me. Why will I have the time, to begin to feel like envious or jealous about, the way you look, or feel, a little where you are? Because I carry myself, I know what God has given to me. I know what He has bestowed on me to do. So, Women Reach Out with God initiative, She Rise Academy, these are all the messages that we try to preach out to the world. And I know that with time, as we keep moving, God is, going to do more through us and also in the lives of people.
I so absolutely agree with you. And that's why, Miss Shirley, you are in my inner circle, because of who you are, because of what you do. And I absolutely love and I agree with your message. And this is what I share. Women were not only born just for being in the kitchen and give birth to babies. We are much more than that. We can do much more, be more. We can be whatever we want to be if we believe it. And I absolutely support your vision. I absolutely love the She Rise Academy. And again, that's why you're in my inner circle. We say the same thing, we live the same thing, and you are so dear to my heart. So how do you bring people, how do you bring women together in these organizations? You are in Nigeria, and when people especially talk about Africa, we are in Europe right now. They're like, oh, Africa's like this, Africa's like that. They don't speak from experience. So my question to you is, you live, work, advocate, empower women in Africa, in Nigeria. How do you bring these people together? How do you bring the women together? If you're with me, I think there is a mic.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Can
yes,
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we bring people together, women particularly together, first and foremost through empowerment. We started actually with empowering, giving grants to women in the grassroots to start little business, that would be able to take care of food in their homes and also take care of their children. That was exactly how we started. And we have grown to also
Okay, Miss Shirley, I think, let me just see. Can you please guys confirm if you can see us or hear us? Because the internet seems to be a little bit unstable, but that's okay. Until Miss Shirley is coming back, I'm just gonna say a couple of words until she's back with us. That I know that part of Miss Shirley's work is that she reaches out to people, she reaches out to different communities. I know that her heart purpose, it's really the organization Women Reach Out with God Initiative. I work for quite a while now with Miss Shirley, and I know about the She Rise Academy. She reaches out to underprivileged communities. She reaches out with women, young girls from different areas of Nigeria, and she works with them, she helps them. And as she mentioned a little bit earlier, one of the most important things on which we need to focus on really is the education. The education of the girls, the education of the women, because again, we were born to do more than kitchen and cooking and giving birth to children, right? And when women are educated, women are empowered, and does that not mean that we are going to take the power away from men? Okay, it's not about that. Women always had the power, but what we do is we give it away when we belittle ourselves, when we think that we are not enough, we are not good enough, we are not beautiful enough, and we always feel that we have to please everybody around us. Thus we just put ourselves in a situation where we do not even respect ourselves. Education and women empowerment is about this, about making women and girls from around the world understand that you are valuable. You have to know your worth. You are powerful. You have a God-given purpose, as Miss Shirley mentioned a little bit earlier, and you have to walk on that purpose. When you just stay a little comfortable, I wouldn't even say it's comfortable, but in the familiar, how would you fulfill your purpose? So by educating yourself, empowering yourself, and like us, through all these organizations and all these workshops and initiatives, what we come up with when we go out and reach out to women, that's the purpose. To make you, beautiful woman, you beautiful young girl out there in the world, to understand that yes, you are valuable. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, you are beautiful just the way you are. And this is one of the most important works of Miss Shirley. Through the Women Reach Out with God initiative, through her She Rise Academy, and also through the magazine she runs. She has as you know, she works in media, right? And she has a magazine which is purposefully directed towards female leaders. And I absolutely love that about her. So let's see if we can get Miss Shirley to come back, because we might have some internet problems, but that's absolutely okay. I also know that Miss Shirley hosts a TV show. And again, her TV show is all about helping women. Helping women, that's the main thing, what Miss Shirley does. I hope I can get her back. If not, then I also would love to invite you guys, if you have any questions, just please feel free to ask. Our topic from today with Miss Shirley is purpose and impact. I would love to know from you guys, do you know what is your purpose? How do you make an impact on your family, on your community, on the whole society? Because you do. Whether you are conscious about it or not, you have an impact on those around you, on everyone around you. So if you are watching this, if you are listening to this, I would love to invite you to let us know, what is your purpose? I'm just going to give you a second for that to answer, or if any of you want to jump in, come in. Thank you very much for all the hearts. Thank you guys for tuning in. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And I really hope that Miss Shirley can come back, because she's also a 6-time best-selling author. And I would love to ask her about that, because that is something really, truly amazing. So if I don't get back now, oh, there we go. Absolutely wonderful. Give me just a second. Let me Shirley back in the show. And this is really out of our control. This is something we cannot control. So I just would love to welcome back Miss Shirley. There we go. Beautiful. I was
Very nice.
saying that's not a problem. It's technical issues. It's out of our control. It would be bad if I go out from my own show and I cannot come back. I was telling our audience how a wonderful and beautiful soul you are. I was talking about during the Woman Reach Out with God initiative, about She Rise Academy, and about how you do outreach to women and girls. And we got to the point where I said that you are an absolute prodigy. And I invited people to put in the chat what is their purpose, to find the purpose, and I let them know that whether they are aware or not, all of us have an impact in our families, in our communities, and overall on the society, whether we are aware of it or not. So I would love to ask you, Shirley, you are in media as well, right? How do you use
Yes.
TV and media to talk about things that are important to women? How do you use TV and media to empower them, to inspire them?
Okay, my TV shows, and also my magazines that I do, first and foremost, it's actually not for women alone, but if you check, you often see women, more women than the men, on my platform. And the reason is not far-fetched, based on all that I've said, that my immediate constituency is women. That's my primary assignment, around women. So I tend to, bring more of women. So, and then I offer this platform and the opportunity to women of all classes to share their stories and journeys to inspire growth of other women. Because I think it's a personal experience that women lack strong mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we find out that because you know more, or you know what I don't know, some women, those that feel they know, find it difficult to want to, mentor, teach, or guide, the ones that are just coming up. Like I mentioned a particular experience that I had. I reached out, I think still in this same industry. I've been trying to get the nonprofit, the women nonprofit running. And I reached out to a fellow woman that she's very much respected in the society, telling her, this is how far I've gone, this is what I'm doing, and all of that. And she was like, like trying to, get some advice, from her. And she was just like, no, Shirley, it doesn't happen that way. You are just starting. You have a very long way to go. So you need to be patient. Of course, I know I have to be patient. But if I have others that can, tell me, lead me, guide me, it could also help my journey. So she said, it's like you don't know what I've gone through before I could get to where I am. So you ladies of these days, you just want to fly. I said, nobody's talking about flying, nobody's talking about, jumping. I just want to learn from you. So no. I cannot, teach you anything. All I'll just allow you to is just, learn the ropes by yourself. I said, well, thank you. So I just took that and I held on it, and I keep moving irrespective. So what I do with my platform is to bring women and say, no matter how, the story, whatever it is, you can share it on this platform, bear it all here, and it can inspire, encourage, motivate at least one woman out there, so that they don't make the same mistakes you made. so that they can become better in whatever area that they have chosen. And on my platform, I don't select like, in as much as you're a woman, you're a leader, you have something to offer. So I bring you on the platform. Because like we know, our stories matter. No matter how you look at it, sometimes we feel like, oh no, because of what I've gone through, because of what I'm doing, because of this, because of that, I don't want people to know, I don't want to tell people, all of that. We understand. Everybody have their own stories. In fact, if you keep quiet and allow the next person close to you to share what she has also gone through, you will keep quiet and know that, oh no, I think I have to be thankful. So whatever it is that you are battling with, someone out there is waiting for that word that could help her take the next decision on growth. I preach about growth because we have to keep growing. We have to change our mindset. We have to become better than where we were. So my platform is open every day, but although this year I stopped the shows early enough because of a lot of programs that I had, but I'm starting next year. I have a lot of programs that I do. I have a program on family. I have a program on health, and I'll have a one-on-one interactions, with my guests. All that we want to know is for you to come on, share your story to help inspire somebody out there, because someone out there is waiting for that one message that could change her life. Thank you.
Oh, wow, Miss Shirley, thank you so much for sharing that. I absolutely love that you're going to start the platform again. And I absolutely agree with you. And I love, because you are in Truth Runners right now. And I do believe the same thing as you do. Every woman has a story to share. We all have a voice. And when you are bold enough and you dare to share your story might help, might inspire another woman to move forward, to keep going. So your story matters, your voice matters. It doesn't matter. You don't want to share your story, because women usually don't share stories because they are afraid of what other people are going to think about them. They are ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's your story. It was given to you for a reason. Everything what you've been gone through, it was given to you for a reason. God gave it to you for a reason. Now that you overcome it and you moved forward, let that voice heard. Tell other women, this is how I did it. Maybe you don't have to do it the same, but maybe I can inspire you. I can help you, to push forward, to move forward. And that's the platform about.
Because the truth is that you cannot actually undo what has happened in the past, but you can, make a change. You can correct the wrongs for the future. So that's why your story matters. You cannot go back. It has become a history. So you keep sharing for others to learn.
I love it. And I love you, Miss Shirley. I don't know how to say. I'm going to say it 1,000 times. I love Miss Shirley, guys. She's very, very close to my heart. And about storytelling and about having a voice. You are a 6-time best-selling author. I want to know more about that. Tell me about your books. Tell me how you did it. How does it feel like? What's the story behind? How you come up? Okay, I'm gonna write a book. How was it?
Yeah, I encourage you to do that. It's always a wonderful experience, knowing that you've been able to pour out yourself in a piece, and then it's available for others to actually read about. It's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful thing, that everybody in life should journey take a journey on. So storytelling from the times of our forefathers, from the times of our grandparents. Let me come close. Before people say like our forefathers are still far. From the time of our grandparents has been a powerful tool for education, for admonishment, for encouragement. and in some ways, it kind of plateaued. So, and in this generation, and for some of us that have already reason to understand that we need to bring this back, and that's what, we encourage with the books, writing. So, and we are using this to say, our stories matter. No matter what it is, be it your health journey, be it marital journey, be it educational, whatsoever you have gone through in life, whatsoever it is, there could be some atom of knowledge, insight, wisdom that another person can pick from. So whether you like it or not, no matter what you have been through in life, you will find others who have gone through worse than what you are going through right now. So why not share it? It could inspire others to be better, to learn and grow. It is when you share your stories that you can be free. Like, you have this kind of sense of relief inside of you that, you've been able to bear it out. You have a sense of joy from within when you share your story with others. I remember through the books that I do collaborations, anthologies, I encourage a woman, I think it was Empowered Me, the first edition of an Empowered Me anthology that we did. I encourage a woman to come forth to share her story. Before she was like, no, Shirley, no, I'm from this community, this family where women, women in Africa are often, I think it's even around the world, women are believed to be seen and not heard. So as a woman, you're not to say anything.
That's all around the world, Shirley, not in Africa. I'm telling you.
Around the world.
That's
so I think it's more here. So she's from this part. So, but I encouraged her. I said, no, that is the light from the pit of hell. You are in bondage when you think or you allow, those narratives to keep you. So you need to step forward and share whatever story, whatever journey you have gone through. And she did, and you do know that after the book release, she actually said somebody bought the book, an e-copy of the book, and read her story and reached out to her and said, no one would have known that you went through all that you shared in that book. Ma'am, you have inspired me to also want to share my story. So our stories are powerful enough to inspire others. As sisters, as women, we are to, raise each other, hold each other's in the hand. The power of the power that we have as women is so unique that once you see a woman, you're seeing entire image of God, filled with compassion, filled with love. That is who we are, helping others, raising others. So, and it is through your storytelling. It is true what you have gone through, even if whatever you call yourself, whether you are a mother, there are times you share the stories of your past with your children to help them. Whether you are a leader in church, wherever, whatsoever, sphere you find yourself, you are also to mentor through storytelling. So someone may have been waiting to hear you share that story for him or her to move into the God's given journey that God has called them for. So for me, I have been, diligently doing that. And I have a number of books. I have 5 steps to purpose actualization, because I preach about purpose and impact. So, and that is on Amazon. I also have a book on parenting, ideal parents, because of course, as a parent, I've grown to see a lot of ways at which we as parents make some mistakes. And of course, none of us as parents knows it all. So, but sharing the knowledge I know around, parenting too, has also helped other parents. So, and aside from that too, I also do more of faith-based books. I have The Power of Praise. It was an anthology. and also have Empowered Me, Volume 1 and 2. Volume 3 is coming next year. And also, right now, we are on a journey with a devotional, 90 days daily devotional, where we share message of hope, message of peace, message that could inspire the next person to move on a daily basis. So that's the project that is at hand right now. And it keeps it continues. It's for a lifetime. So you keep writing, you keep sharing, you keep doing that. So,
Wow. That's amazing, Shirley. And I love the title of your books. I know that they are meaningful. I know that inspire many. And there is no doubt that it's no wonder actually that you are a best-selling author, because the topics you choose for the anthologies, it's just amazing. And it's really, really needed. And we cannot stress enough today. Guys, you are listening, watching. Purpose and impact is important. Your story is important. You are important, right? And I also know about you that you are a therapist, right? Would you love to share how do you help women and girls in Nigeria? What are the tips what you can give them, or what tips are most useful to them?
Okay, the tips are often useful to every woman, every girl, child, is about self-discovery.
Thank you.
Self-discovery, purpose actualization, and of course, I offer mentorship. I have a mentorship sessions, like 2 times in a year. I just finished one where I had some women graduates out from.
I believe I was in one of yours, right? I was in one of her mentorships, guys. It was amazing. Yes, I was, right?
Yes.
I remember now. Oh, it's an amazing work what Miss Shirley is doing on those mentorships. I'm telling you. I'm sorry for cutting you. I just remembered. Oh, I was there.
So I take them through those journey of letting them understand who they are and helping them climb the ladder of life step at a time. So empowerment is often key, any day, anytime, every day. Because when you give them the needed tools to scale, you just find out that these women are actually unstoppable. So all they needed was just the right informations, the right inspiration, the right words of encouragement, to actually prove to them that they are worth more than what society make them believe, family, peer group pressure, whatsoever the narrative that we have out there that has in some way reduced a woman to, something very little. But when you look deep inside, you can discover the priceless potentials that God has deposited that you cannot even exhaust in a lifetime. They say the wealthiest place is not the gold mines, but in the graveyard, because there lies ideas that was never birthed, books that were never written, talents, potentials that was never discovered. So for us as women, and for me as a leader, what I do is to bring all of this on board with every woman that I find around me. And like right now, I have a woman around me, that I've mentored, and she's still around. Sometimes you find people struggle with indecisions. They struggle with fear of the unknown. It has stopped a lot of people from moving forward. It has stopped a lot of people from becoming what God has called them and given them the ability to become. Because you bring, like I mentioned earlier, I said you cannot do purpose without God. And when God sends you on a journey, sometimes it can be it can sound difficult, like, you know, as a human being, you begin to wonder, how would that work? You know, God, look at what is on ground. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. But God never asks you the things you don't have. He knows that you have them because he had given it to you. All he expects you to do is just to move as he commands. And you will see him doing what he has called. He said he has never sent anyone on an errand without giving you the tools that you need to accomplish it. So we should stop bringing our human self, our own thinking, our own, you know, ideas into play when God is sending us on a journey. So these are all the tips I share with my women and girls, and of course, I bring about helping them to understand that it's very, very important to stay educated, because education can actually bring every woman, you know, around here in this part of the world. Education has been a thing that has hindered a lot of women from discovering, knowing how to live, how to lead, how to even parent. So these are all the things I bring on board.
Wow, I'm so grateful to you, Miss Shirley, for bringing this up, and thank you for sharing. That was very inspirational. I'm telling you, yes, we have a purpose, and yes, even sometimes when it seems hard and you ask God, why me? There is a reason why. So
yes,
I am grateful for you to bring that up, and that's a very, very useful thing. We can do more, we can be more, and yes, an educated woman can make wonders, really. An educated woman can literally lead the world. All we need is to trust, to have faith, and to move forward, because we are always providing what we needed. And I would love to keep you here until tomorrow morning. I'm afraid.
And I'd love to be here as well, because this is my, you know, my area that I like. I tell people, don't come to me about purpose, because I can talk about it, you know, from now till, you know, I wouldn't be tired. So
that's really beautiful. I would love to ask you, Shirley, what are your future plans? What's coming up for December or for 2024? What are you excited about? So, what are the changes you want to make?
Okay, I am. There's a whole lot, you know, coming next year. I'm so excited about so much. My plans towards the coming year is to continue to press forward to empower more women, at least 100, you know, for the year 2024, with tools to succeed in business, in their career, and most importantly, discover, work, and stay in purpose. In fact, that's the very strong thing for everyone, actually. If you fail to discover purpose, if you fail to begin to walk in your purpose, then what are you doing on earth? Actually, what are you doing? Because you will not find any sense of joy, no satisfaction. You will just be like, you know, it's just like, you know, for instance, Christina, you stand up now after the show, actually, you say, I'm going to the mall. To do what? And actually you get there and you just walk from one aisle to the other, just, you know, run the whole place. And before you look at your time, it's an hour. So what am I doing here? You didn't buy a thing. You didn't even take time to say, let me just, you know, feed my eye, you know, appreciate what is going on. At least that's something. But you just find out that you just wasted 1 hour in that place without any tangible reason, like why you went there. The same thing it is with us on earth. If you fail to discover your purpose, so what are you doing? So it is very, very key that we do all we can to discover, and not just discover, because I know I've seen a lot of people, women particularly, that say, yes, I know my purpose. And year in, year out, you see them at the same place, doing and saying the same thing, never moving forward, never pressing on for anything. They just tell you, I know my purpose. It's not all about that. You need to begin to take the journey. So there's much potential for progress in supporting women in various spheres of life. So I'm so excited about this collaboration that I have with the Christina and Enolia to host the She Rise Conference. This is going to be big in 2024. So I am so excited about that.
I am too, by the way.
So I just had to let that out. Okay. And also I have the 90 days daily devotional will be launched in March next year, 2024. I have a lot of projects that I have coming, and also the boot camp, the World Humanitarian Leaders Boot Camp, that has become a big deal. So every year.
The last one, it was a success. So congratulations on that, guys. I mean, it's really worth joining the boot camp, joining the conferences. I'm sorry I cut you off, Shirley, but I have to.
Yes, it's okay.
I mean, these are really, really amazing events. And I know for a fact that Shirley's last boot camp, it was a huge, huge success. It was amazing. So last year, I invite you all. Please, if you have a possibility, come and join the boot camps, the conferences, whatever Miss Shirley organizes. It's just amazing.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, the boot camp was a great success. And there was so much that was poured out, to help equip our humanitarians, around the world. So we have that coming up. We have a lot of other programs, that lined up for 2023. And I'm also excited about the ongoing efforts that we have at Rogi to achieve gender equality in education, career opportunities, and also help women step up in their leadership roles. If you are not present, if you are not available to help take decisions that could help transform or help support the ever moving forward of a fellow woman's life, then something is wrong. So we need more women to step up the leadership role and begin to do more. The change I want to make or want to see that is that women around the world become more aware of who they are. Tap into the power that lies within and work strongly in their purpose. Be confident enough to execute their dreams. Irrespective of the fact that you are married, you have children, you can do it all. The way God has, configured us or created us, wired us, we can actually do it all. We can manage it all. So we can do it. Nothing is stopping you. It's just for you to sit down and let it align. Arrange it in a way that the other will not affect, this other one. So, and do this without feeling pulled back. And supporting also initiatives aimed at empowering women. We have gone or grown beyond that place where we'll be seeing other women as a competition instead of as image that completes each other. As we are to complete each other and not to tear each other apart, because as we come together as women, we join our power and our voices together, we are taking the world, transforming it to what we truly want it to be. And the power lies within us. So thank you.
Wow, that's beautifully said, Ms. Shirley. There are great, great, great ideas, great initiatives for 2024. So I invite you to join whatever Ms. Shirley's initiative has, whatever let it be conference, workshop, or whatever she comes up. It's really, really always amazing. And again, I'm gonna say that's why I'm very close to my heart. We do the same, preach the same. You are beautiful, divine light.
Thank you.
You are a creation of God walking on purpose. This is what we would love you to feel, to understand, and have faith that you are here for a reason.
Yes.
And before we apart today, I would love to, I don't really accept like but advices, but what I would love to ask you, Shirley, before we leave, is there any words of wisdom what you would love to share with our audience today who watched live or they are going to watch in replay before we part today?
Thank you. Thank you. It has been amazing, sharing, sitting here with you, also learning a lot from you. So for me, I would say the best thing that you can do for yourself is to tap into discovering why you're here. And when you discover why, don't sit on the fence. Don't sit down and begin to fan yourself and say, yes, I think I've achieved something. No, that is just the beginning. You need to begin to run the race of your destiny. Nobody can do destiny for you. Wherever you leave it, that is where it will be left. And you don't want to die with those treasures that God has given to you. Those treasures are to help raise others. God did not place you here because of yourself, for you to just wake up, eat, sleep. No. God created you for others. He said he made you the light of the world. So how are you shining it? Be very intentional on a daily basis to shine that light into the life of others. Make sure that you are illuminating others. You are the salt of the earth. Who are you salting? Who are you helping their life to become better? Are you helping their life to become better and meaningful, or you're tearing their life down with the words, with envy, with jealousy, with hatred? That is not why you are here. So if you're caught doing all of those things, then you're wasting time doing what you're not called to do. So I think it's a time for you to move away from all of that and begin to focus on you. Because what you have on the inside, you can't exhaust it in a lifetime. So you have a long way to go. Every one of us have a long way to go. So dig in and begin to do you. Be a source of inspiration to somebody out there. Be happy. Happiness is a choice. I tell people this all the time. Yes, you have every reason to be angry. You have every reason to be sad. You have every reason, to, live like the whole world is on you. Yes, there are times like that. But you also have a choice to shake that off and be a happy you. Happiness breeds more happiness. So when you are happy, everything around you will be happy. Even the flowers, even the trees, they'll also rejoice. So be very intentional about living a very wonderful life, starting from even your health, the things you eat, the things you're doing, all of that makes who you are. So I'll leave you with that. Stay true to yourself and be intentional about walking in your purpose. Thank you, Christy.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Shirley. That was a beautiful, beautiful words of wisdom. Please, guys, if you are watching this now or in the replay, listen carefully, learn from Miss Shirley. We learned a lot today. I would love to thank you from the bottom of my heart for accepting to being my guest. It was amazing. I think I have the feeling that Miss Shirley is going to come back to our show. I know that for sure, actually. I would love to thank each and one of you for the likes and hearts and for watching us. It was a pleasure as always. I'm going to see you next time. And until then, I'm sending everybody lots of love and light.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye.